Hey everyone, Swanton007 here to do another pay-per-view review, and we have got One Night Stand 2007. Let's get straight into it. Started with a stretcher match. Van Dam had been concussed or whatever. Randy Orton played off of it. I really wasn't paying that much attention, but it seemed like a good match. The bits where it started with RBD doing the Rob and then Orton kicks him in the face. That was a good start. Great psychology how they were just trying to knock each other's heads off, and there was one spot where RBD went to the top rope and just collapsed because of his concussion. He just couldn't do the quick movements, and that was great in-ring psychology. Loved it. In the end, RBD got the win with a quick switch off the stretcher for Randy Orton, 2 3/4 stars. Next, we've got 6-man tag team tables match with CM Punk, the Sandman, and Tommy Dreamer versus Elijah Burke, Marcus Corvon, and Matt Striker. Really nothing special. Punk, Sandman, Dreamer get the win when Striker's on the table. And CM Punk puts Elijah Burke through it. Pretty good end, but not that great a match. 2.5 stars. Then we've got the tag team ladder match for the World Tag Team Championship. This was definitely match of the night. The Hardys versus World's Greatest Tag Team. Some great spots. Bit botchy here and there. I was very much pushing 4 stars, looking at 3 3/4, but it definitely pulled a 4-star. In a solid matchup, and kept me excited through the whole thing when the Hardys got the win in the end. Then that was 4 stars. Then we've got a Lumberjack match, Kane versus Mark Henry. This was really just terrible. 1 star. Nothing special at all about it. Nothing to call home about. Nothing to say anything about. Mark Henry won, I think, with a bear hug. 1 star. Then we've got a street fight for the ECW Championship between Vince McMahon and Bobby Lashley. This was actually a fairly good fight, surprisingly. Vince had Shane McMahon and Umaga on the side, which was good. Which really, that's what's been happening for the last however many pay-per-views they've been going for. Fingers crossed this was the last one. Bobby Lashley got a clean pin over Vince McMahon. In a fairly exciting match. Didn't quite make the 3 stars, 2 3/4, but kept me excited through the whole thing. Except for the end. The end was a bit slow, I gotta be honest. Even though Shane McMahon did have a good showing and did his signature, coast to coast and the top rope to the announcer's table elbow, which was awesome. I always love watching that move. Next, we've got an extreme pudding match between Candice, Michelle, and Melina. Absolutely terrible. It's a dud. Great to look at. I tell you, great to look at, but it's an absolute dud. Next was the steel cage match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Edge vs Batista. Really nothing that special. I have watched this match before. I think the Batista DVD, and I gave it like a 4.5 stars. I'd been watching wrestling for like 6 months then, and I had no idea what I was on about. 4.5 stars for this? I don't think so. Maybe 3 1/4. I've given it 3 stars. Really nothing that special to it. Very slow. There were some big spots, but nothing really that special that really made this into a 3.5, 4-star match. It just didn't have it for me. Batista is always very sluggish in the ring, and Edge just seemed injured, kind of, I think. Bit sluggish, need a bit of a rest. 3 stars for that one. Next, we've got the Pinfalls only Falls Count Anywhere match for the WWE Championship. This was incredibly slow. Khali pretty much dominated the whole match. John Cena got a couple moves until they got to the stage, and John Cena FU'd him off of a big construction truck or whatever. 1 1/4 stars. Overall, I'm giving the pay-per-view a 6.25 out of 10. Guys, I am on Swanton. This pay-per-view really wasn't that great. But the tag team match was good, and the steel cage match might be worth a watch if you're like Edge or Batista. I do like my Edge. I am an Edgehead. So guys, I'm Swanton007, the WWE DVD pay-per-view reviewer. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.